Hello everybody, welcome to another True Review. Today I'm bringing you Super Mutant Alien Assault on the Xbox One. It releases today, priced at $6.39 for today only, and then it reverts back to its normal price of $7.99. Both prices are a bargain, to be honest with you, for this game, but we'll get into that in a moment. So what we have kind of like a platform shooter game, which is set on single screen levels. You play as a robot who has to protect the people on board a spaceship. Basically, aliens have attacked Earth, destroyed it completely, and 3 ships managed to escape. Unfortunately, it didn't go unnoticed, so the aliens went after you. They've invaded each of the 3 ships. You, as a lone kind of security droid, have to protect the ship, kill the aliens, and defeat the boss. Now, each section of the game is split up into 4 rooms, which you have varying different tasks to complete. Some of them you simply have to survive, other ones you have to survive whilst stopping certain rods from overheating. Some of them require you to collect fuel and deposit it in certain areas. And each level or each area is made up of 4 of these rooms, with the 4th room always being the boss battle. So there's only 3 areas to the game, so essentially you complete the game in 12 rooms. But what kind of keeps it fresh is there's a little bit of randomization in the order that you get the rooms in, and also they are more than one variant of each of the room. Whilst it's not completely randomized, basically the pool of rooms it picks from is randomized, if you see what I mean. Speaking of randomizing, everything else is kind of randomized in this game as well. The weapons and explosives are dispensed from like a vending machine, which is on a timer. It gives you a random weapon, and then you have to wait for the cooldown timer before you can pick another one. There's also health replenishments to pick up, as well as a few other things such as fuel rods and fuel balls, which are used to complete the level objectives. Graphically, this is a superb kind of old school style game. It's not quite pixelated as some games are, but it's bright, colourful, vibrant, it's fast paced. The music goes with the graphics and the on-screen action. The action is pretty much relentless, to be honest with you, the aliens spawning in all over the place, but it's one of these little quick pick up and play titles. You can have several goes of it in a 15-minute spell. It's that pick up and play, that kind of quick kind of hit that you can have with this game. Now, one criticism I will say with this game is the difficulty. It is pretty tricky, even on the normal difficult level. Now, for me, a lot of games are doing this at the moment. It's a little bit annoying for me to criticise it for this, to be honest with you, but I feel it needs saying that a lot of games at the moment, their normal difficult level or their entry difficulty level into their game, it seems to be a little bit too hard, and it's a little bit off-putting for some people, maybe, because I'm a firm believer that your default or your lowest difficulty setting should be accessible to all, should be accessible to someone who's picked up a pack for the first time, will be able to pick it up and play the game to a reasonable standard. With this, it is a little bit brutal. The enemies do an awful lot of damage to you, and you only have a handful of hearts, which are very difficult to replenish because the health stations only replenish half a bar at a time, so it is difficult to survive. Speaking of that, the achievements, now I never downgrade a game for achievements. Let me stress that 100%. The mark I'm going to give the game is not factored into this achievement list, even though I hate this achievement list with a passion. What we have is a selection of miscellaneous ones, and from completing each of the areas which it calls as class galaxies. But we have achievements for completing each of the difficult levels, which is normal, heroic and epic, in one run. That's without dying. Now, as I say, the normal difficult level is very difficult on its own, let alone the other 2. And in between galaxies, you don't replenish health, so you are literally doing it on 1 health bar. Now, if that wasn't enough, you then have to have free achievements for doing each of the difficult levels with a partner in co-op, and obviously it is local only co-op, so whilst you need to be very good at the game, you also need somebody else to be very good at the game to accompany you if you're even going to entertain getting the 1000 gamer score. It's not one of these games where you can idle the second controller. You definitely need 2 active players for this. If it was online multiplayer, it wouldn't have been such an issue, but because you'd be able to find people, obviously adequate skill level. But with it being local only, that is a massive problem in my opinion. But like I say, I'd never downgrade a game because of a silly achievement list, but it is something achievement hunters, you'll need to take that into consideration. Do you have somebody who is able to play the game to a high standard as well as yourself? So the game's got quite a lot of variety. There's loads of power-ups which you unlock by playing the game. They drop manually through the game normally anyway, but you can, through playtime, basically start off with some of this equipment to give you a little extra boost there. So overall, I really enjoyed this game despite its difficulty level. It is going to be one that's going to punish you for a long time if you are trying to get the full 1000 gamer score. It's still an entertaining title and very reasonably priced, even at its full price of $7.99. So I can highly recommend picking this up straight away. And if you've any doubts over the difficulty level, it's probably one to pick up definitely in a sale, even if you know you're not going to be able to get all the achievements on it. But nevertheless, cracking 3 out of 5 for, let me get this right, Super Mutant Alien Assault. So I hope you enjoyed that review, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.